All right. This is another respond to text example. Remember, we're checking this out because on the FSA test, they're going to ask you to write written response answers to questions about a story. The first step is always to go to the bottom of the story and read the question first. Question says, based on the passage, why might it be important to track the activities of volcanoes over long periods of time? Use information from the text to support your answer. So, track the activities of a volcano. Notice I mark words in my question too. I do that so that I can keep my eyes focused on the right information as I read. So I want to focus on why it's important to track the activities of a volcano. Easy peasy. Let's see. Okay. Eruption. Mexico's volcano of fire roars back to life. When will the next big explosion occur? The Colima volcano in Mexico has roared to life again. The 12,500-foot volcano is also called the Volcano of Fire. Over the past few centuries, it has had several major disruptions. The Volcano of Fire is Mexico's most active volcano. It has erupted many times over the years. What scientists are most worried about is the next big eruption. The volcano has had huge eruptions about every 100 years. In the 20th century, there was one that took place in 1913. Scientists study the pattern of activity and compare it to the data taken from the major eruption of 1913. Volcano experts can use their studies to predict a time period when there might be a large explosion or explosive eruption. I think if you're going to track it, you want to track it so you can predict the next one. So I'm going to mark that. Living near the volcano. The volcano is 20 miles north of the city of Colima. To make sure no one is in danger, officials created a safety zone around the volcano. People aren't allowed in that area. Scientists use special equipment to track changes within the volcano. We're looking for clues of another large explosive eruption. Why do you track it? Because you're looking for clues. That way we can be prepared. Be prepared. Good. How volcanoes work. Volcanoes are openings called vents on the surface of Earth. Volcanoes can be active, currently erupting or erupted not long ago, dormant, not currently active but likely to erupt someday, or extinct, unlikely to erupt again. Magma is hot, melted rock beneath the surface of the Earth. When magma erupts onto the surface of the Earth, it is called lava. Magma collects in chambers beneath Earth's surface. After pressure from gases in the magma builds up, the magma erupts out of volcanoes. Volcanoes let out gases, ash, steam, and lava. Back to the question. It says, based on the passage, why might it be important to track the activities of a volcano over long periods of time? Use information from the text to support. I think I got this one. And remember to restate the question. Restate the question means borrow some of these words, rearrange them, change them from a question to a statement. So if I said, why did you hit your sister? You would restate it and say, I hit my sister because. I see you're borrowing words from the question to say the statement explaining yourself. So I'm going to restate this one. It is important to track the activities of volcanoes over long periods of time. I got to borrow a bunch of their words, and it's okay to borrow the words from the question. And the last time I did a video, I said, oh, I summarized it. I didn't steal their words. Well, you're supposed to steal their words when you're restating the question. I want to make sure that's clear. It is important to track the activities of volcanoes over long periods of time so you can predict the next eruption period. And then there's that one. Experts can use their studies to predict a time period when there might be a large explosion. Okay. If scientists know the clues of what happens near the time of an eruption, then they can use those clues to predict the next big eruption. Let's be clear. If they can predict it, they can warn people and the people to get to safety. Lives can be saved. And notice how this part here was not in the story. I elaborated on what was in the story. They want to predict the explosion eruption, excuse me, so that they can be prepared. But why do you need to be prepared? Well, you need to be prepared so you can get people to safety. And now think about it again. If this was a 3-point question, is this a 1-point answer, a 2-point answer, or a 3-point answer? Why? Make sure you understand that too as you're typing out the answers to your written response questions. Are you answering the question fully? Are you finding evidence in the story? Are you elaborating? Remember what I told Allie, you can't give too much evidence. So sometimes kids will just say, it's important to track them because then people will stay safe. No, that's not enough. You need to find evidence. You need to prove yourself. Prove that you understood what they asked you. Okay? Hopefully this helps. Good luck.